Well, here we are back again, and we're back pretty early in the morning. Just let me change screen so I can see my preview here. We're picking up a 40-ton scraper going from Iroquois Falls, Ontario to Maniwaki, Quebec. I had to pick the right one. Up early this morning, just having my first coffee, but well, I thought I'd drive a bit and then I'll do some work after. So let's go ahead. We'll pick this one. It's a GPS. It's just down the road. We'll pick it up and then we'll head out. Confirm that yes. Are we happy with this? Of course we are. We're good with heavy loads. We got a 510 horsepower, 1850 foot-pounds of torque at I think at 1000 RPM for this one. And lots of gears, some differential. It could be higher ratio, but it's pretty good. It's working out fine. Okay, let's find the which way do we go? Which way do we go? I think we go right for this. Let me just check the map. There. Find the right buttons. Too early in the morning. And as I mentioned before, I've had G27 controller issues. Well, not the controller. Logitech driver issues, so I'm using the native Win 10 one. And sometimes I have problems with it. In particular, I've lost the use of all the buttons on my shifter. So that's 4 buttons, and another 4, and then a marker pad that gives me 4 or 8. So 12 things that I can't do. But none of them critical. There's function keys or other keys for most of them. It just means I have to make sure I have the light on so I can actually see my keyboard. Come on now. I can just coast through this, I guess. It's a $700 fine, but I've got $280 to $3,000, so meh. Of course, real truckers, I believe that would appear on your record as a red light violation. Just something with your, well, with your insurance. Just a second. Tickle in my throat there. Press the key to view. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, this one's going down to a mobile barrier. Well, that's cool, because actually it's the trailer that's the weight. I never had one of those. Maybe another time. Not the scraper. Take the job. Yes. We're going to go, well, I'll take the job and pick it up, and then I'll show you where we're going to go. Possibly we head off near my hometown of Kirkland Lake. Well, I know we will on the highway. Problem is, of course, that problem is when we head off down past Kirkland Lake, there's quite often on these maps they don't show the detail of small towns, and since this Canada Dream is basically a one-man show, he's had to cut back, so there's no little green sign even pointing off saying down this road, down this dead end is Kirkland Lake, but oh well. Now, our map, I'll show you where we're going. Back out here, Iroquois Falls, pulp and paper, to down the northern route of the Trans-Canada, and we'll dodge over here 117 and Kirkland Lake. I think is around here. Across the Quebec border to Rouyn-Noranda, or past Rouyn-Noranda, which is a big mining town. A lot of copper up there, I believe. And then down through Quebec to the town of Maniwaki, which is mostly pulp and paper. And from Maniwaki, we might get a job down through Ottawa or through Montreal. My aim is to travel east on this map until I run out of map, and then I may just go back across Canada and try to hit areas I haven't hit already. So without further ado, let's hit the road. Nice thing, that scraper. Let's take a little picture here. Oversized load from the back. I stopped and it got repaired and gassed up for this job, and added flags and banner to the front so that I look official. These have trailers have a Jeep in the front and a little. Oh, this one doesn't have a stinger in the back, but it still will be a bit of a challenge to back it up. Doable, but avoidable without all costs. We know nobody's going to come in here to pick up the loads, so we're good. A lot of cars, so not much we could do. This is probably going to drag through the dust in the back. Yeah, it's okay. Not taking out a sign. We could have taken out a sign. We could put our beacons on too. We'll do that just for a bit. There we go. Although after a while driving with me, it sort of gets hypnotic. I'm having enough trouble this time of day with rats. Although we can turn right on a red here in Canada, but well, we could. There's nothing there to take out. We don't really have to swing that wide. Thank you for the clean corner. European maps, oh, especially the Hungarian map, has got people standing all over the side of the road, littering it. And cars parked on the corners, bicycles sitting there, and all sorts of crap on the road. Narrow, small little towns. The Hungary map is fun to drive. On ATS, I'm not sure whether it's updated. This Canada map, Canada Dream, has just been updated for 1.29, and I've been driving it and the Coast to Coast map. More coffee there. Because they add a lot, well, they just add a lot more map. Not the, to be honest, not the level of detail that the official ATS map has, but the official ATS map has a team, and they've got just, I think the Canada Dream is a one-man show. Now this is the, I've also got a realistic traffic mod. Now we gotta wait for everybody to turn left. Oh, geez, there's a load of people turning left. I have a traffic mod which apparently thinks that 4 p.m. on Wednesday is a good time to have a lot of traffic in Iroquois Falls. Technically, we're going to have to wait for all these people to turn left. What we're actually going to do, I think, is start sneaking out here. Because we get a politeness factor that into the AI. Voila! Were they waiting for me? And in fact, you can usually pull out. Let's see, and this guy's pausing, and he's actually pausing far enough back so I don't drive over the front of his car with the back of my trailer, which doesn't always happen. I'm not sure why, but the AI seems to have different levels of the jerkiness factor. Sometimes it's a jerk and rams you, and sometimes, well, it's a semi-jerk, and the cars will pause to let you turn in front of them and then change their mind and drive ahead and run into you. And sometimes they just let you in. It's an interesting model that he's got for a lot of the map, where he rather than have the steady flat highway with a berm, flat highway with grass on either side, and then a berm after that, and then trees after that on both sides. He's tilted the map. It still goes on and on and on like this, but it's a bit of variety. Just another way of avoiding having to write scenery heading off into the horizon. Take a picture of this because I'd like to. We're not going to Sudbury. Ooh, we're not going anywhere unless we pay attention. Rarely does anybody pull out in front of you on a merge lane, which is nice. I'm sure there's an option. There's a mod. The mods usually just play with the existing parameters. For things like that, there's a mod where you can crank up the aggressiveness of the AI. See, we're doing good here. We're getting up. Our speed limit is, I've got speed limiting set, which is 90 miles an hour, which is 104 kilometers an hour. And the actual speed limit on this highway is 100 kilometers. Common to a lot of Canadian highways. About 88 miles. I'm not sure. That was a pure lane that passed us, but it's labeled something different. All the names are slightly off, except Petro-Canada. They've got a license with Petro-Canada. Canadian, sort of government-owned, coast-to-coast set of gas stations. See, it's a fair load I've got back. 40 tons. I've got my just over 500 horsepower. The 18 speed gets it up there, but should do a save. There we go. One of the two buttons I moved over is a save and the picture. Okay, here's where we. Pretty sure there's not this fancy interchange, actually, where you head off on 117 towards Ronda, but that's okay. I make sure when I go on these round corners like this, if I don't have to share the road, then I don't. So you should try to share it. Somebody's going to try to take the 3/4 of a lane left, and then something happens, the corner tightens, there's no guardrail, everybody's unhappy, you don't even notice until you get a letter in the mail from their insurance. pine, jack pine. We'd have to look at the needles. White pine. The traffic mod, I've got a few different vegetation mods and a realistic traffic mod. Not a weather mod, I don't think. So we're heading boldly where no man has gone before. Look at the map here. Look at the map. We are... yeah, this is about where Kirkland Lake turnoff would be. Virginia Town, Larder Lake, Chemanis, and Mount Chemanis, which is, I think it's just a big volcanic, it's a big lump that just pops up out of the shield. It's kind of cool looking. A dome. Yes. A dome, that's what I was looking for. So 6 p.m. and definitely not as dark as it is here in Canada at this time of year at 6 p.m. As it's ATS and ETS maps, it's always summer. And the day length, I think, is relative to latitude. The farther north you are, the longer the days in the summer, so I think it's bright till 10 o'clock at night. Our ETA is midnight, so we might just push right through. We may miss the flights of downtown Maniwaki. Bonjour, we're entering Quebec. Whoop, we gotta take that corner a little wide. There was somebody trying to pass me, and they were holding back because I was hanging over the dotted line too much. Most of the trailers in ATS, even the big loads, they track pretty well. It's just the turn off to Kirkland. No. Oh, it's so. No, that's just before the Quebec border. So I was saying most of the trailers, even the ones with the Jeep in the front, the Stinger in the back. Just a sec. Early morning coffee. Even those ones with the extra bits in the front and back. We're not actually going to ruin Miranda. We're just waving as we go by. They track pretty good. There's also the ones with the self-steering rear wheels. Sometimes they track too well. If you're trying to maneuver in a tight area or trying to back up, the back end of the trailer can swing much wider on its own. The trees, the character of the trees changes from two kinds of pine trees, one kind of pine tree. And these are probably spruce, but we can call them really pine trees, just to simplify, or we can call them all Christmas trees. I won't be buying one, although up around Kirkland Lake, where I lived, we would, there's a lot of crown land, meaning government-owned land. And It would be leased out to lumber companies, which is a practice that's part of the ongoing softwood lumber dispute in the United States, because they think we don't charge enough for that. But I'm sure the U.S. has other subsidies too for softwood. So. But we, anyways, it was Crown Lands around in the town, and if we want a Christmas tree, we'd just drive out. We'd head down Goodfish Road, which was also the road to the town dump, and that was just an easy way to get into the bush quickly. And we'd tromp in off the side of the road, pick something looked like a nice tree, saw it down, put it on the car, and take it home, free. Just in the later years, in the I guess the mid '60s, I was still in high school then. They started, MNR, Ministry of Natural Resources, started asking people to buy a permit. Like $1 or something, which probably cost them $5 to process. I'm not sure. You know, maybe if you went out in the bush and caught down 500 trees and loaded them all up in a big truck, they could then bust you because you didn't have a permit. But, we never bought a permit, and I don't remember us ever being pulled over by a SWAT team and demanding to see our tree permit. Pretty laid back about things like that, Kirkland. Maniwaki? Yes. We'll take a Maniwaki. I guess hopefully they're widening the highway at Maniwaki. That's why they need a scraper. There's lumber trucks used to come down, a lot of them from E.B. Eddy way station. Please pull in. Oh good, we'll see how heavy this is. E.B. Eddy was in Hull, the Quebec side of Ottawa, Hull, and had they don't have much of a lane here to slow down. Pay attention, that was a green light, and bypass, meaning even if it says pull in, if there's a green light, you don't have to pull in. I realized that as soon as I pulled over and saw there was no little icon there. It's nice sometimes to, there we go, slide in. It's nice to pull in and get your weight. Kind of fun. They don't give it per axle, they just give you total weight. But anyways, the trucks, a lot of lumber trucks, logging trucks heading down. Somewhat like in my spin tires game, except less mud. From Maniwaki to Ottawa Hall, and it heads down next to the Gatineau River in a lot of places. So the river twists and turns, so the highway twists and turns. 2-lane, big trucks at night coming around corners, a lot of accidents. Took them a long time to, well, it's infrastructure in Quebec, and a lot of the smaller roads weren't maintained well in Quebec. Possibly too much money going into their big cities. Not that there is money in Quebec. You just have to look at well, look at all the huge Catholic churches in all the small towns. People can find money. They just tend not to do it for the government. There yet. See, it's 8:40. It's not even that dark. put our lights on. The running light, well, better than running lights, so put the headlight on. We don't need the high beams. Roof rack would be nice, but I don't have the roof rack. I don't think it's available in the base package. Another mod. Oh, that flasher kind of looks cool behind me. The mirror. Oh, we're doing okay. We're not quite at the limit of this. This size of an engine with this kind of load, it's a challenge. Now, it's really a challenge going through. I'm going to change lanes here. That guy was letting me in. As they do. Big challenge was the mountains. That was our gas here. We got fuel for a lot of miles. Oops, pay attention. Yeah, fuel for 1,200 miles. Oh, and it's starting to rain. This is the feature. Even with the wipers, you get that shimmering stuff. It's scary. See? Try driving. I think it's the wind pushing the rain up off the hood. And it would go like that, but we gotta find a way to disable that. Or just ignore it and not drive from the cockpit at all when it's raining. Or pissing down. Whoa. Thunder. Nice. Our forecast here for late tomorrow, late Saturday, is a mixed bag of winter precipitation. That's the weather service described it. There's a system coming from, it's always coming from somewhere. Maybe it's a Colorado Clipper or whatever. And depending on how the cold front depending on how the transition hits us, that'll determine our weather. Our daytime temperatures are still a few degrees above freezing, like 3 or 4. Today I think it's minus 3 or 4 centigrade. Today it's minus 2 centigrade. But we're going to have rain or freezing rain or snow, just depending on where that transition hits Ottawa. Farther north, where we just came from in this trip, up around New Liskeard Mountain Lake, they're looking at 30 centimeters. We may get 2 or 3 by Sunday. And I'm not going anywhere because I don't have snow tires yet. My garage has the snow tires, and I called a little while ago to book, and it was in the middle of the, oh my god, it's winter panic, so the date they gave me was, do I need gas? No, I'm good. The date they gave me was November 28th. And that's just for a quickie. My snow tires, my 4 snow tires for my Mazda 3 are already mounted on steel rims and sitting in the storage room of my garage. And even then, it's not a long job. But they gotta, somebody's got to get the tires out, roll them down, figure out which, well, they're marked, which wheels will. They might do a balance. Mounted on the rim. They might, just to check, because they're a pretty good garage. And then mount them, and then while it's up, we usually get them to do an oil change. I don't put a lot of kilometers on my car, but I do an oil change once or twice a year when I get tires done. Just because my kilometerage that I do is once a week going out to my son's in Snarleys, which is like a 20-minute drive, but other than that, local stuff, taking empties to the beer store, stuff like that. which is another Ontario custom. We pay deposit on beer bottles and wine bottles, and then you bring them back to the beer store, which is a collection place. The beer store being something run by the major breweries to sell just beer. Liquor store sells liquor, wine, and a bit of beer. So anyways, you bring the empties back to the beer store and you get back the money that you deposit that you paid, and the bottles used to get recycled. Our beer used to all be in, for a while, the standardized brown stubby bottles, and everybody used the same ones, so they would just take them back. This is possibly Maniwaki. Maniwaki, Ottawa. Brakes. Hopefully we don't spin out. Oh, good thing nobody was there. I forgot that I've dialed down the brake intensity in this, and B, I had it on elbow load, and C, it's raining and maybe there's less traction. So you bring back the beer bottles and they would get sent back. I have no idea how they knew where they would go, because often the labels were peeled off by nervous drinkers. The brown bottles would all go back to the beer stores, or the beer companies, and filled again. Now there's a bit more variety in bottles, so they may go back to just recycling them as glass. There we go, high beams. Nice glare. 100K, over 100K. And it's 11:17. I think we were going to be here at 12:30, but we went a little better than expected. You got the brake mic. Go a little wide. No. Oh, almost there. The challenge may be in the parking. Really long loads with multiple pivot points of the trailer, like this one, tend to just give you the option. Maniwaki discovered. Let's take a picture of that. Oh, don't need a flasher. See, there's that. It's annoying. And I put the wiper on it, it's the same. And in fact, it thinks I'm still driving, so it's still throwing rain up from the wind onto the windshield. Yeah, the wipers do nothing for it. Note to self again. Check that damn thing out, so the next time I run I can have an answer. So, Maniwaki, it's pulp and paper town, but it's nighttime, so there's a Petro-Canada over there. So, nothing. Generic towns in this game, especially in add-on maps like this. I mean, like a big pile of shipping containers, and well, there might be Maniwaki. Not sure. Some of the places in Europe, and maybe in America, in this truck game, the ATS, if it's late at night, the lights just go into a flash cycle, which is nice. You know, rather than there's no cars here. I wonder why they don't just put them on flashers. Okay, where's our drop off? Oh, past another freaking red light, of course. There's somebody in Maniwaki who stays up really late at night, and they watch on traffic cams for trucks to come along, and they make the lights red. Maybe just run from a local bar and it's a drinking game. I know in Canada we're big on drinking games for things like this. Something for fun, especially in the long winters. And here we are. Almost. What's our plan? What are our options? Well, I can do anything. No, we're not going to do that. Yes, I'm pretty sure we can do that. And the nice thing about these drop-offs, let's not catch the back end here. Straighten it out now. The nice thing about these is you're given the option right to the end to bail on it. You try it and you're just not getting there. It's like, no, I don't think so really. Okay. There we go. Well, actually we got pretty good. I've seen worse and still been able to park. Scraper delivered, and we're up to maybe a better option. Yeah, we'll see. Let me show you my mods. Mod manager. So, coast to coast map, and the signs that go with it. Canada Dream map that we're on now. Those corner mirrors, realistic traffic, which adds traffic depending on the time of day and the kind of road and the city or town, stuff like this. A bit of boost to vegetation and mountain textures. You need those less and less with ATS software, but this it still helps. The physics, which helps with some of the traction in this and just the suspension. And another, well, I could move that down. It would be with the others, the roads thing, and then the sound fixes. No weather. So, unless we want to leave. And we'll continue on the game, but I think, where am I now? Let's see what our next, what our options are to go from Maniwaki. My plan in this is to go heavy haul, if possible. Confirm we actually are free as the wind. Yes, we are. Trailer's gone now. That was magic. We want to look at the job market that we got from Maniwaki for our next trip. We are here in Maniwaki, and we will be. Well, we've come from Vancouver. We went to Russell, Manitoba, and then we went to Iroquois Falls, Ontario. And now we're in Maniwaki, Quebec. And if we want to get a heavy load, I want something going east, which is going to be well, it might be that. Cars, 10-ton, metric ton, but still 10 tons. Might be cars. We'll think about it. Maybe I can have a rest and come back. Anyways, it's now 8:15 in the morning here in Canada, in Ottawa, and I think I need to get myself another coffee and have a shower and do some writing, and then excuse me, and then do some my throat, and then I'll be back and do some driving in a little bit. So thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed the trip, and we'll continue exploring